right, so we just wrapped up the hole here at hole number 13 at Hillview Country Club. I unfortunately made a bogey after being where I was on the tee shot, and the second shot putting me into position. Unfortunately, left the sand wedge a little short of the green. But Director of Golf Kyle, I do appreciate everything that we kind of talked through. I mean, yeah, everyone tries to go for glory with the driver, of course, right? But I do think that hybrid going forward for me when I play the course is going to be the ball that I typically play off of the tee shot here. Unfortunately, the ball, like we did mention, kind of did roll through the fairway a little bit, kind of put me in that awkward lie, but we were able to kind of come over that and battle that test that I had to go through. Laying up a little bit short of the green, roughly, I think it was somewhere 58 to 60 yards. That just relies back on that short game that you and I were kind of talking about in practice a while back, right? Unfortunately, like I tried to flip my hands just because it was above my feet. Kind of went back to those old tendencies that you and I kind of talked about, trying to make sure that my weight stays forward and not trying to flip the hands to generate spin. Just trying to be able to kind of strike down more on the ball, try to kind of get a little bit more of a crisp shot, right? Is there anything that you kind of saw me playing a hole today kind of what may help me going forward on other holes and not just here at Hillview on hole number 13?
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is you have to make sure you analyze every shot you're going through, right? So just don't hit driver, just hit driver. I mean, I hit the driver well, I hit straight. All it takes is a little bit of a, quick swing or on the toe, whatever it is. If it's in the water, you're making 6, right? You're making 5 at best. Where here, when you hit the hybrid off, you hit the fairway. I saw it bounce a couple times, and it just happened to leak over. I was unlucky, honestly, hit a good shot. So it just leaked over, and then we had to kind of play defense there. We had to make sure we were not making big numbers. We pushed it out into the fairway from 50 yards, which was a good shot. And now you just did swing through really, kind of release your hands a little bit early on that chip shot, or that pitch shot, I guess, from 50 yards. But I mean, really just make sure you analyze every shot when you're doing that, right? So hybrid was the right call. The kind of playing defense hitting the wedge to 50 yards was the right call. You just hit an okay shot with your sand wedge to just off the green, and you 2 putt from there, big bogey. But if you would have hit driver, even if you would have hit it well, it could have drifted to the right where you're behind the tree, right? So you could be in the same position where you had to punch out to where the exact same spot you were anyway. So you give yourself a lot better chance of making better scores hole by hole, by hitting that hybrid on this hole. If there's no trouble, then obviously you're going to drive, right?
Right.
If there's trouble like this where there's something left and something right, where you really can't go either way, do the safe shot. Do a safe shot that you're comfortable with, whether it's a hybrid, iron, 3-wood, whatever it is. For you, it's a hybrid. For someone else, it might be a 3-wood or an iron. But really just what you're comfortable with, was confident in. So, yeah, I would say you played it well. The worst you could have made was a 5. You made a 5. So, I mean, that probably 50% of the time you're going to make a 4 there as well, right? So,
Right.
You're not making 6, you're not making 7, where it's kind of kills your score, kind of kills momentum, right? It almost feels like if you make a 4, it's like, okay, I'm almost supposed to make a birdie, right? So it almost kind of keeps the momentum going throughout the round. So just make sure you analyze as you're going through stuff, and just every single shot, making sure you're kind of looking at what's given to you by the golf course. So
Yeah, and I greatly appreciated you mentioning more of the layup shot for the second shot compared to trying to blast it like probably what I would have. Trying to trying to hit it as hard as I could, try to get around the green and try to get up and down. But like you said, that could lead to your 6s, your 7s, and possibly even an 8, just depending on where that second shot really goes.
yeah, correct.
So,
And you made it 5, and you have 16, 17, 18, which are all birdie holes, 2 par 5s. We end on here at Hillview, so you can easily make that shot up and then some on those 2 holes.
yeah, so I appreciate your help today, seriously.
Yeah.
Thanks.